Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Still 9 remaining on second down. To throw is Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
A gain of 15 yards brings up fourth down.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
First and 10, 47-yard line.
First and 10, it's Patterson. Credited with a 1-yard gain.
A lot of bodies, not much space.
On second and 9, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Mariota. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Throwing. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Down inside the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. When you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First down, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Pollard again. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. We're scoreless after 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And he's already marked down at the 1. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. And I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a heck of a
yeah, well, that's not very good, see?
Yeah, it really isn't.
On the return, the Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be third down.
So people play defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
And let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On second down to Rodney Patterson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Plug it in. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
To the air again, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Prescott now from the 50. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Marr is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 22, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
complete to Ezekiel Elliott. An 8-yard pickup. And the Cowboy first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
4th down, Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Elliott. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Elliott. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And he will be taken down. A big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Mariota completes to Zacchaeus. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Mariota. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They tried to get the edge there. No edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. You know the sideline gives you as a defender an extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Prescott on 3rd down. That's caught again by Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 1st down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Mariota. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Able to find Patterson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Throwing here, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they move the football on some drives. And now here is another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out? He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him a gain of 38. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. Touchdown! Jalen Tolbert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on a sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One last shot now for Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.